I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think anything could get dumber than having to put contents or hot on a McDonald's coffee cup. But now we have Costco having to recall 80,000 pounds of butter because it doesn't say that it contains milk. The butter doesn't say it contains milk. Butter. And now Costco is having to send out emails to anybody who bought butter at their locations telling them how to dispose of it or return it. It's butter. Of course it contains milk. But this is where we've gotten to as a society, thanks to the participation trophy era that we have been in the last 4 years. Not only do you have people flipping out because their butter has milk in it, those are the same ones who are mad that, cow meat tastes like meat. I don't even know what's wrong with these people. Either way, this is also the same group of people that are losing their minds right now because Donald Trump has been named president-elect. And suddenly, moms and dads out there are flipping out because their daughters aren't allowed to be hoe bags anymore. And their sons aren't allowed to just run around, raw dogging whatever girl they come across, because now Trump's abortion ban is really going to put a kink in their plans. What has happened to society? There's this lady on TikTok, Trans Lovin' Mama, which should give you exactly the idea of who she is and what she is. Her channel name is like Trans Lovin' Mama or something, who is mad that her 17-year-old daughter, and this is her words, is of childbearing age and now will have to get an IUD because of Donald Trump. Now, Mama, the better thought process here would be teach your daughter to keep her legs closed. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Feels like that would be step number one before getting an IUD or anything else like that. Would be teaching your child that you don't need to have sex until you're ready to be a parent also. They do kind of go hand in hand. If you're going to have sex, you have to be ready and willing to deal with the consequences of what happens after that sex. Whether it is getting pregnant, whether it's getting an STD or whatever else, you have to be willing to deal with those consequences. At 17, not many people are willing to deal with those consequences these days. Back in the day, 17, you were married, you were having kids, you were taking care of the whole entire family, the whole entire household, the farm, the whatever else. Today, at 17, you're crying and complaining because Starbucks ran out of your pumpkin spice, or because the parking space you wanted was taken by somebody else, or because you're not allowed to use abortions as birth control anymore, and now you have to get an IUD. Oh, it's crazy to me that this is where we are. You would think that as a civilization advanced technology-wise, we'd also advance mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, all these things. But as technology has gotten higher, as a race, as humans, I feel like we've just gotten dumber. Not all of us. I am not putting myself in that category. I'm not putting y'all in that category. Y'all know exactly who's in that category. It's probably not anybody who's watching SquirrelTribe. But I feel like that's what has happened. We have become so easily butthurt that every single thing triggers people. They want something to bitch about, something to complain about, something to cry about, instead of, suck it up, buttercup, and keep it trucking. There's too much going on right now with emotions all over the place, especially for the group of people that feel like they have just lost everything because they're president-select, not president-elect, their president-select that they wanted didn't make it, that the selection didn't work out the way they'd planned, and so now they don't have their first black woman president because of her vibe. They really wanted her vibe. Now you have all of them on social media running wild, screaming, crying, throwing fits, shaving their heads, swearing off sex, swearing off baths and showers and any sort of personal hygiene. You even have women out there who have said, and I don't know if these are true. I don't know. Some of these people may just be trolling the crap out of everybody by making the videos that they're putting up on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and places like that. They may be trolling us and whatever, but there are women out there making videos about how they've been married for however many years, maybe they have kids, maybe they don't, saying that they have to divorce their husband because their husband voted for Trump, and that they were voting against the well-being of their wife and women's rights in general. I think that is the dumbest, most ignorant thing I've ever heard. And everything that is happening right now, I hate to say it, ladies. You know I hate to say it, but I'm always brutally honest. What is happening right now shows how stupid women are. Not all of us, obviously not all of us. But for some reason, right now, it seems like women, the left in particular, obviously, are so incredibly stupid. And a lot of these women have college degrees, which that's a lot of money spent, and who knows if it did you any good, but whatever else, you're supposed to be the smartest if you have a college degree. If you were able to sit through another 4 years of school and pay that kind of money, you're supposed to be smarter than little old me who didn't go to college. I wasn't about to spend that kind of money. No, not happening. No, thank you. To be indoctrinated? No, I'm good. You would think that those women would be smarter than they are. These women hold corporate jobs. These women are big ass celebrities who have figured out how to get out in front of billions of people and make money either singing or twerking or whatever it is that they do. And yet here they are having libtard meltdowns because Kamala Harris didn't win the presidency. Make it make sense, because to me it doesn't. It is showing the world why we can't have a female president, in my opinion. It is showing the world that women aren't supposed to be in certain positions of power. I am all for, you know, be anything you want to be, but you have to earn it and you have to deserve it at the same time. You can't just be anything you want to be because you want to be. That's not how it works. That phrase, you know, be anything you want to be, there needs to be a little backstory to it or some subcontext or something, because Kamala Harris goes, well, I want to be president. And for some reason, other people out there are like, oh no, she can totally be president. She has no qualifications. She's done nothing to prove that she should be president. She hasn't shown us a shred of any sort of ability to govern an entire country, but let's totally put her in the Oval Office. Making women look stupid from day one. The second a woman opened her mouth and was like, I'm voting for Kamala Harris, I knew it was over for us. I knew it was over for us. And then somehow they took these beta males and dragged them down to their level of stupidity and have these beta males out there all over social media crying and bitching and moaning about their daughter's reproductive rights and whatever else. Honey, boo-boo, they are still there. Abortion is not reproduction. Reproduction is when you finish the pregnancy and have the baby. Getting an abortion is the utter opposite, complete opposite of reproduction. So these beta males out there crying because their wives have told them to, y'all need to sack up. At the end of the day, y'all need to sack up, because you're part of what's dragging this country down. Like, if we had strong men and strong women everywhere, like at the forefront of our government, in the places that really matter, there would be a lot less crying and simping going on in this country right now. It is absolutely ridiculous to me. You aren't even allowed. I saw this article where on X, this lady said, my daughter was given an assignment to write a paper on inequality. She chose men and women's sports. Her professor has informed her she can't use that topic. She may write about the inequality that trans women face in sports, but not the inequality women face because of trans women in sports. Make that make sense. Here's what's interesting to me. If you have to use the word trans in front of the word woman, that's how you know you're not a woman. There is no such thing as a trans woman. That is a man playing a long ass game of dress up. That's all that is. I don't care if you are 18. I don't care if you're 48. I don't care if you're 60, 70 something like Caitlyn Jenner. Once you're old enough, you do you, boo. You can dress however you want. I'm not going to call you a woman. I don't care if you cut your ding dong off and, you know, throw a taco in there. Does not matter to me. You are still a man. At the end of the day, when we are all dead and the scientists and the whoever come back for our bones, they're going to look at my pelvis and your pelvis, sir, and know that I was a woman and you were a man. They're not going to know that you put on high heels and lipstick every day and stuffed whatever in your shirt or even got fake titties. They're not going to know. They're going to know that your pelvis was not a childbearing pelvis and mine was. They can pull DNA and they're going to know that you were a man and I am a woman. At the end of the day, it does not matter what you look like on the outside or what you try to look like. The DNA and your bone structure will give it away every single time. But for this woman, for this professor, and it's a female professor, which is crazy to me, for her to say that you can't use the topic about inequality of men and women's sports because it's not fair to trans women, that is where we are right now, where the feelings of people that, how to phrase this, where the feelings of people that are crapping on the actual identity of people are more important than the actual people. I hope to crap that made sense. I don't give two shits about a trans person's feelings, and that may make me awful. I don't care. I honest to goodness do not care. How you feel is all on you. I have no control over your feelings. You feel however you want to. Therefore, you also have no control over my feelings. Not you. You know what I mean. You. You don't have any control over my feelings. I'm going to feel how I'm going to feel. And I personally don't believe that right now our society should be throwing this temper tantrum bitch fit that it is, all because Donald Trump was elected by the people of this country to run this country. The majority of Americans, the only ones who should be voting, have spoken and said, we are tired of this left, liberal, leaning, crying, woke ass, bitch ass bullshit. We want a real man back in power. We want somebody who cares about the citizens and men and women. We don't want somebody in power who only cares about the power and is more interested in feeding into the delusions of these trans people and whatever else. I will never call myself a cisgender anything. Bitch, I was born a woman. Cisgender is a stupid word because trans does not exist. And listen, forgive me. I have a tendency to lose my ever-loving shit on certain topics. And if you've ever been here before, you already know exactly how this works. Woosah. I am not like those liberal women you see all over TikTok losing their minds. I'm not going to hold onto my steering wheel and scream back and forth and, say I'm not having sex with my husband anymore or go shave my head. I do have a bun right now. It's not shaved. I didn't get all my hair off. Probably going to have sex with my husband tonight. Like, the things normal people do. It's just, it's crazy to me how somebody being elected president by the majority of American citizens can cause so many people who were supposed to be the group of joy, the group of love, the group of inclusion, how it has made them all lose their mind while they have lost all their joy. All the love has gone out the window. The inclusion is gone. The only way you're in part of the group is if you are part of the group. Like, they want nothing to do with you or I because we don't fall into the LGBTQIA plus mind frame. And not even all of the LGBTQIA plus people fall into the mind frame. There are plenty of men and women out there who consider themselves lesbian, gay, queer, bisexual, that do not agree with this massive push by the left. The left took the LGBTQIA plus, whatever, it's all the letters. They took it and used it as a weapon against people. They weaponized being a homosexual against straight people. I don't know how to explain that the way I need to explain it, but hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. They made it seem like if as a straight person, you weren't okay with trans teachers or trans people in your child's bathrooms or trans whatever in the opposite sex sports, they made it seem like we were in the wrong. There was something wrong with us, that we were horrible people. And there's a lot of people under that rainbow who do not agree with any of that stuff either, who do not think that a man should be able to play dress up and go into a girl's bathroom, who think that just because you're gay, you should have some sort of preferential treatment or a month of Pride Parade or whatever else it is, right? Like, it literally comes down to brain cells versus lack of. That's what I think. Brain cells versus lack of. Because the ones that have the brain cells can see through the BS and see what the agenda is on the left and what the actual truth is on the right. And they can discern for themselves, what they agree with, what they disagree with, what's right, what's wrong, and go from there. But the no brain cells just jump on the woke bandwagon and start screeching and screaming from the top of their lungs about how you're a misogynist or a racist. Sunny Hostin or whatever the crap her name is from The View told the Alyssa Griffin, I don't know her name. She said something along the lines of how in Texas, 70-something% of Latino men voted for Donald Trump. And Sunny Hostin was like, misogyny, racist, whatever. No, you dumbass. It's because even the Latino men and women in Texas are tired of open borders. Like the left, for some reason, thinks that everything has to come down to some sort of label or some sort of emotion or some sort of whatever. And it never occurs to them to just look at like facts of things. Then maybe it comes down to the fact that we want closed borders. Maybe it comes down to the fact that we want a stronger economy. Maybe it comes down to the fact that we don't want to be in war. Not that we don't want a woman or we don't want a black woman or we don't want a whatever. It comes down to those things are more important than those things. And for some reason, the left just doesn't see it. We have been out of the election was a week ago. Today is Tuesday. It's been a week since the election. And in the last 7 days, there has been more screaming and crying and losing their minds than there has been the last 4 years from the left side. All because they have been convinced by those in charge, the Democrats who wanted to stay in office and in power. These people have been convinced by them that Donald Trump winning is going to ruin their lives. It's going to take everything away from them. Like Donald Trump's just going to come out, and if you didn't vote for him, all of a sudden you're going to be up on a wall with a firing squad, or you're going to be homeless. He's going to take all your stuff away. And if you're a woman, he's just going to take your uterus from you. That is not how any of this works. And it's absolutely crazy to me that people think like this. CNN and MSNBC, they're going to have to start firing people, especially The View, also ABC. They're going to have to start firing people, not because those people are, against Trump. That Trump has nothing to do with it. He's not in office yet. They're going to have to get rid of them because they don't have the ratings, because more and more people are waking up to the fact that those people are batshit crazy. And that's why they don't watch them anymore. They don't want to be lied to and fed this narrative of BS to try to scare them into something. They want something that's true. So now they're going to social media. They're going to X. They're coming here to YouTube. They're over on even Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and stuff. There's still people out there who are posting the truth, who are speaking the truth, as opposed to on mainstream media where they're only trying to sell you the fear that they need you to buy so that you will do the things that they want you to do so they can have the power that they want to have. Y'all, this video was not supposed to go this, but it did, and it is what it is. And the camera keeps changing lightness and darkness because it's getting dark out. We'll do a whole lot more tomorrow. I really need to have this conversation and just get all this out of my brain and my heart and out here. And I appreciate y'all for listening to it. Of course, I want to know all your thoughts on everything, good, bad, ugly, whatever. It's free speech over here, boo-boo. So do your thing in the comment section. And until the next one, I love you. Stay safe, enjoy life, and, steer clear of libtards. Okay, bye.